From the combined newsrooms in Eugene, Roseburg, and Coos Bay, KVAL News at 9 starts now.
Hello and thanks for joining us for KVAL News at 9. I'm Gold Meadows. We're starting things off this morning with a traffic alert on the coast. All lanes of Highway 101 are closed 12 miles south of Port Orford, north of Gold Beach, due to a landslide beneath the road. You can see the picture here provided by traffic officials. This will be a long closure, so plan accordingly. Be sure and use tripcheck.com for the latest information about this closure and other traffic incidents in our area. The Lane County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in looking for 83-year-old Clarence Taylor of Mapleton. Taylor has dementia and is believed to have wandered away from his residence in the 88,000 block of Chestnut Street in Mapleton sometime late Saturday night. Taylor stands at 5'9" and weighs approximately 165 pounds. He has brown eyes, gray hair, and a beard, and was last seen wearing a puffy green jacket with blue jeans. Taylor is also hard of hearing. Anyone with information regarding Taylor's whereabouts is asked to contact the Lane County Sheriff's Office. Meanwhile, Eugene police are on the lookout for a vehicle believed to be involved in a deadly hit-and-run accident. It happened last night just after 9 p.m. near the intersection of 7th and Blair Streets. Few details are available, but police say they're looking for a light-colored Land Rover, likely a 2006 to 2009 model year. If you have any information, you're asked to contact EPD's Major Collision Investigation Team. We're now joined by Chief Meteorologist John Mayer in the Weather Center. Good morning, John. How are things looking out there?
Yeah, good morning, Gold. You know, it has been a little bit of an issue with those strong winds that we've been seeing picking up. Our tower cam has been really shaking out there in the winds. We also have the high wind warnings over on the coast. There's clearly a lot happening, but when you look outside there on our tower cam, you really start to see a little bit of a different tale. That clearing that we've managed to see since a few early morning downpours, but that's not to say the rain is completely out of the picture. Still have a few showers rolling through. Could still get a little bit soggy out there, but I think really the biggest concern are these gusty winds. We're talking 40 to 60 miles per hour earlier today. Those wind gusts have really been cranking up there. So still something to watch for, still something to keep in mind. If you're heading out here as we move through the rest of this morning, make sure you're prepared, especially if you're driving a high profile vehicle on the coast. You could really start to feel the impacts of those winds.
Yeah, and no surprise with winds like those, a landslide would happen on 101.
Absolutely, yeah, likely tied in for sure.
Thank you, John. Covering the world this morning, barely a week after Brazil's leftist president Lula da Silva was sworn into office for his third non-consecutive term, supporters of his far-right opponent stormed government buildings in the country's capital. Brazilian officials described the attacks as terrorism and a coup. Jared Hill has more from New York.
These were the dramatic scenes from Brazil Sunday. Thousands of supporters of the country's far-right ex-president, Jair Bolsonaro, stormed the Congress, Supreme Court, and presidential palace.
Brazil's top court removed the governor of Brasilia for 90 days, alleging that security flaws allowed the riots to take place. Multiple world leaders condemned the situation in Brazil on Twitter and voiced their support for Brazil's current president, Lula. So have members of the U.S. Congress, with some Democrats calling on the federal government to not allow Bolsonaro to stay in Florida. Turning now to community news, cats are ending up on the street. It's an issue on the rise in our area, especially after the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. But a soon-to-be nonprofit has been coming to Pet Time on West 11th every Sunday to find these feline friends their forever home. Feline Good Animal Rescue has been taking in cats from the area, cats like Grace, who was found wandering behind the hole-in-the-wall restaurant. She has spent the last week healing after having surgery. Scarlett Wise came into Pet Time and found her match, a cat named Cal, who was a bit feisty for the camera.
Cal.
Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boy or girl?
She's a little girl.
Okay, great.
And she's not happy, so we'll put her away. I think it's wonderful. I think this needs to happen more often. There are too many animals out there that don't have loving homes, that really need loving homes. And this is very, very important, and I think it's a wonderful setup.
Cal is one of 18 cats who will find a forever home. According to organizers, this was a record amount of adoptions in one day. Cat adoptions are held every Sunday from 1 to 4 at Pet Time on West 11th. Eugene's Bill backers are coming together not only to enjoy football, but to help the community. The Cooler Restaurant and Bar hosted a watch party of the Buffalo Bills versus New England Patriots game. And not only did the Bills end the game victorious with 12 points up, the backers were able to raise $1,400 toward the White Bird Clinic.
Every game we have a raffle. We raffle off Bills paraphernalia, hats, and all kinds of things, jerseys. And the proceeds from the raffles go to the White Bird Clinic. We gave them $1,400 today.
The White Bird Clinic helps to provide resources for those experiencing homelessness. This fundraiser comes after Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest earlier this week. The backers came together to show support as well as to help out a local cause. If you would like to donate to the White Bird Clinic, you can visit our website at kval.com. Coming up, healthcare workers going on strike, this time in the Big Apple. What this means for America's biggest city. Plus, President Biden takes a trip to our southern border in the midst of immigration policy reform. Stay with us. KVAL News at 9. We'll be right back.